Hey guys, and welcome back to...
Who's finishing it?
all of you, finish it.
Oh!
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! The Miraculous
Besties
Podcast!
podcast. That was so off key.
No, no.
What do you mean?
From my device, it was very in sync, surprisingly.
Okay, NSYNC,
Okay.
the band, the boy band.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so hi guys, I'm Wise Kid.
Oh my gosh, Wise Kid?
Reintroduction. So if you are in a Discord server, I did tell everyone something about myself that not many people know, and this podcast is something that's very much about us because we matter, and for those who care about us, they will be listening to this podcast. So that's why I think it's fair for those people to know my truth. So I'm just gonna read off of the announcement and maybe add some new things. The announcement that I put in the Discord server. So I've got a message for everyone who listens to our podcast, and so I hope you listen closely and hopefully understand where I come from. Hey guys, Wise Kid here. I wanted to say this well, never mind. I'm saying this now in this podcast. There is something that I've kept hidden throughout my time in this lovely community, as well as my time doing the podcast. And my heart aches that I didn't feel comfortable or vulnerable enough to be my true self and not hide behind a mask or online persona. The truth is, I am not female. I'm a guy. Cis guy. So, I'm not trans. And I'm still the same person. And I'm still Wise Kid. But this is me telling you all who I really am. And not keeping going on with this big lie. I think that you can also see the profile picture of the podcast has been changed. And that is one of the reasons why. I am still Muslim, and everything I have said about myself in our podcast is 100% correct, and it's true, except for the fact that I'm the opposite gender. I really hope you all don't see me differently and accept me as who I really am, but if you feel deceived or lied to, I'm really, really sorry about that. And if you're wondering, why did I lie? I've always felt insecure in myself and felt as if people might not take me as seriously. Because of the pitch of my voice, you can de-age a person like that, I suppose. So in fear, I hid behind this online persona, and I was scared people might reject me for myself, my avatar, and yeah, so my avatar that was before this one, and things anyone may have seen were all based off of my older sister. Or were of my older sister, and I know how bad and how stupid this is, and I'm really, really holding myself accountable here, because I know it was, honestly, I felt really guilty about it the whole time, and though no one really has said it was necessarily unjust, I do feel it was, but I love you guys so much, and I love everyone who listens to the podcast. And I couldn't go on lying about who I am. So I hope you all understand. And I'm asking for forgiveness here. But if you all don't feel like you can forgive me, I totally get it. Everyone knows from the besties. Obviously, that. Imagine you guys are hearing this for the first time. Imagine I record that. You guys hearing for the first time. No, we needed that moment. But hi, I'm Wise Kid. Yeah, there we are. Done. Still the same person. Just, now you guys know me better. Okay, unmute. You guys are making it weird now.
We let you have your moment. It felt appropriate.
Yeah.
It did.
And my brothers are awake, so yeah.
Yeah, the screaming.
Exactly.
They're having a party for Wise Kid. They're like, wow!
Yeah!
They are about to get locked in the bedroom. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Well, so should I be the first to speak? Shush!
Oh no, the conflict.
Should I be?
We
the
just
first
wanted
to
a
speak,
peaceful
or-
podcast.
So,
I know, right?
who? Kaya, you can introduce the topic for today.
Okay. So today's topic is basically talk therapy, something very new that we haven't done before. As you guys know, this is called the Miraculous Besties podcast, so we often talk about topics that are related to the show Miraculous Ladybug. But today we're doing something different in light of Wise Kids, oh my god, what's the word?
Revelation.
Yes.
Okay. I heard the R's. Okay. Yeah, you can roll my R. You can roll your R's better than I can.
Oh, thank you.
So first off, disclaimer, I am not a licensed therapist in any way, shape, or form.
Kaya's gonna get sued.
I'm just a young woman with
You
common
have to make that
sense
clear.
who has a knack for helping people through their problems sometimes. So that's about as qualified as I am.
I mean,
I love that. I love that you had the disclaimer.
Yeah.
but Kaya, I think you're gonna do a great job. You can put this on your resume. This is like an internship, like volunteering
Oh my
job.
god.
But yeah,
They would laugh at me.
everyone has a
Well,
certain
our
amount
email,
of time
Twitter-
that they can have their therapy, and for the sake of, and the other two people can get involved, because we feel like it and we're all here. We're not gonna leave the call for you with like you really thought you could have a solo therapy session. No, we'll be here in the background. If you get too deep, we might not say anything, or might support you after you're done. But like, yes, no, when someone's having their therapy, that doesn't mean everyone else mutes, unless it's like, unless they decide to get deep. I don't know. Unless, I mean, yeah. So just we're gonna let go. We won't take it too
This is
seriously
normal.
unless we want to
Now,
take it
this is
seriously.
normal. This is just casual. We're basically just getting together and talking on a more open level than what we normally do. So this is nothing serious.
Yeah. Do we
I mean,
have,
it is serious, but it's not serious. It's
should
not
we
normal.
start with like a team building exercise?
Draw the plan out like Ladybug in penalty. Wise kid, where are your crayons? Where's the paper?
I don't have.
I want a diagram.
I don't have crayons.
Oh my god.
Every full-grown adult has crayons, so maybe that's why I only.
Well, maybe
me
I'm
and
not at
Kaya.
that
Me and
point
Kaya
yet in
have.
life. I'm not a full-grown adult.
You have like special.
I have colored pencils.
Oh,
I've got
well
colored
then I guess I'm the
pencils.
special one here.
I have colored
You have
pencils.
like pens. Yeah.
Oh, I showed you guys my mechanical
I know
colored
they
pencils.
were so bougie.
I know they were, and they're only like $15. Like, talk about budgeting.
Mechanical pencils get on my goddamn nerves. I can't.
What?
Why?
Because they break. They always break with me, and my
Don't
mom's like,
press
"You're too
hard.
Exactly, and I try not to, but apparently I'm just too strong for them. So.
Yeah, you're Hercules.
You're like
You know.
caressing them. Like you're just going like that. Like you're just
I know, right? As soon as I
taking
put
all
them
your
on the
anger
paper-
out.
As soon as I put them on the paper, snap. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this.
She's like Kim. Very athletic. Just strong hands.
I'd be doing that too, though. I'm not gonna lie, but
Have you guys
I
watched-
I don't like other pencils. I don't.
Have you guys watched Austin and Ally, where
Yeah.
Austin
yeah,
and Des
yes.
trained their hands
Yeah.
by walking with their fingers? Yeah,
Yes.
Okay,
I know Kaya does that.
so let's
See me
start.
much?
We're gonna start with lazies for the next 12 minutes. If you go a little bit over time, it's okay. Not under time. You have to use all your time. And I don't know, Kaya, you can choose how it starts. If you want to start it with lazy, just talking about yourself recently and what's going on, you can. But
Yeah.
if not, yeah. So, yeah, I'll be right back. But lazy,
What?
start.
Wait, I don't want to do this without Wise Kid.
It's okay. Griffin is holding your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break some bones in your hand. I'm really scared.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm
though. Wait for me to say
What?
it. Wait for me to be back to say that.
I don't know what he's talking
The
about.
big
But...
that. Okay.
Oh,
Three-
the big that?
Yes, but anyways, continue, guys. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you for letting me into your office, Miss Kaya.
Absolutely.
I'm
You
sorry.
now have the floor for however long you need to.
But also, it's timed for 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Why does this have to be so deep? Can I just make it funny?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I personally am not a person who likes to share all my struggles online because I just feel like, that's my thing. And plus, you don't always need to bother people with your problems, in my opinion. If you really need help, of course you should seek help. But sometimes for me, I just like to kind of keep that inward and be like, hey, you guys don't need to know about everything that I'm going through, if that makes sense. Now, maybe for some people, they need to speak up more, but I personally like to stay closed in my little carapace shell. Also, I'm running out of breath because for some reason I'm walking in a circle. This is another random fact about me. Does anybody else pace in a circle while they talk on the phone?
Yes.
Sometimes I do that. Okay, good.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing right now, getting my cardio in. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about. It's so awkward. Kaya, help me. How do I not be awkward? It's the first step.
Okay, so the first thing you should do is just try to remember that this is not a forced thing. This is not a forced thing. I'm not gonna take any more than what you're willing to give me.
Okay.
So whatever it is you need to say, and however you need to say it, whether you need to say it humorously or say it in third person, whatever you have to say, as long as you're able to get it out, and I'll work with it.
Okay. Can I do it as emo lazy?
Sure.
Hey guys.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey.
You see why I'm not licensed?
Yeah. I don't know. I have something kind of big that I'm going to announce at some point, but I can't do it right now because Wise Kid is not here. So, I'm sorry. I apologize, Wise Kid. You're gonna listen to this back. You may be mad at me. I'm trying my best to get...
We're still getting...
Yes.
It's still new, so it's okay.
I'm totally trying to respect. I've just really struggled with
Yes,
with
that's
this.
okay, because I do the same thing.
And the amount of times that Griffin has had to be lazy, I'm I'm trying so hard. Oh,
I know.
I'm
please
lazy.
forgive me. I know. It's not that
I'm
I'm
the
trying
mom
to
of
be
the group.
disrespectful. It's just
Yeah.
hard. It's genuinely
And I
hard for me.
imagine it's hard, especially in front of an audience. When an audience where people are looking at you and then you accidentally slip up with the wrong pronoun and then people are just ready to attack you. It's very volatile.
Ooh, yeah.
People,
Oh my gosh, thank you, Kyle, for understanding.
I understand because I went through the same thing. Now, I'd said, it happened just the other day, I used the pronoun she for someone. I did not understand that they were trans. I didn't know. So it wasn't my fault. But I literally got attacked so badly. And I'm like, wow, someone could have told me. I didn't know.
No.
How am I supposed to use an appropriate pronoun when I literally didn't know?
I'm back,
Wait,
guys, and I did overhear you talking a little bit about me because I was nosy.
And you heard me accidentally use the wrong pronoun, Wise Kid?
Yeah, but I'm really not fazed by it, and I'm not, it's so normal.
Wait,
Wise
they
Kid
yell at you?
Wise Kid loves you. He's not going to attack you.
Thank you.
I know, I'm not.
I'm really
So
trying. I literally, before we started the podcast, I was like, he, do not slip up. And look what I did in the first 6
Liz,
minutes
this is
of
our
my
first
session.
podcast with you
Okay.
knowing this information.
The only reason I correct you, Lacey, is just because that's what I always wish someone did when I effed up. Originally was getting
yeah,
Exactly.
new
It
pronouns.
helps. It does help. But for some reason, I'm just mad at
you're
it, but-
good. You're okay.
Thank you. You.
You got it.
First off, calm down. Just calm down.
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Oh,
Because we're not
Yes, Miss
going
Kaya, I will calm down. No, I will calm down. I'm honestly fine. I kind of overreact for entertainment purposes.
Okay.
But Kaya, how do I overcome fear in talking to people? Just even right now, I'm sweating. I'm nervous. Like, why am I nervous?
This is a personal problem that I too have dealt with a lot. Still have extreme social anxiety. Just the thought of going up to someone and starting up a conversation was like telling me to jump in a pit of fire. In fact, I would have preferred to jump in the pit of fire. But what I did is that I realized everyone in the world is so different. Just everyone in the world is so different, and is it the person who's going to lose out by me not talking to them, or am I going to be the one who loses out? Because I'm not willing to come out of my shell. Ultimately, I'm the one who's holding myself back. So what I did was called the rocket launch. And what that is that I would count down from 10, and then I would be like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I would just do it. My rule was when I make it to 1, just do it. Don't think about it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. And so I did this when I met one of my real life friends, and I just said, hi. I just said, hi. And then she's like, hi. And then I said, how are you? It was very awkward. I said, how are you? And she's like, I'm good. You? I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared as hell. And then we just both started laughing. And that is the short story of how we became instant friends, and we're still friends now, 5 years later.
Oh my gosh, wait, Kaya, that's actually so good. I appreciate that.
I'm back.
Wait, I thought you already came back.
Yeah, but then I had to go again.
Okay. How much time do I have left?
Yeah, 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Whoa, I have a lot of time. Well, thank you,
that's how
Kaya.
I handled that situation.
That's really good advice. Okay, now that Wise Kid is here, I have something kind of big going on in my life. Not a negative thing. Well, some people might take it as kind of negative, but I don't know if I should announce that yet, or like announce it when it's the right time.
If you're not comfortable with announcing it, then you should not be forced to announce anything that you're not ready to announce yet, especially with this being on the internet. So if you feel like you need to take more time, then just take all the time you need to. You don't owe anyone anything, so.
Aw, that's sweet. Thank you, Kaya. I really don't know when's the best time. I feel like I should prepare people, though. What do you guys think?
I think
Wise
if you
Kid
are
and
comfortable
Griffin
with
kinda-
saying it now, it might be good to open the conversation up, but if you're not, it's
Exactly.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make a video on it anyway, so this will just be like an exclusive sneak peek for our loyal listeners, I suppose. But basically, how do I say this? It's not well, I guess it's kind of a big deal. I don't know. But I'm going to be leaving the podcast and my YouTube channel for a while. And you might be wondering, how long is that? Oh, well, it's gonna be for a year and a half, 18 months. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. It's a positive thing, though. It really is for me to be leaving. I'll explain to you what it is, just simply. I'm going to be leaving to serve a mission for my church. So that is a year and a half. And I know it's kind of negative in some ways, like, oh my gosh, like, Miraculously Lazy is going to be leaving. But for me, it's going to be very positive experience. And I think I'll be a lot happier when I come back. I'll have learned a lot of things. I think it's just really necessary for me at this point in my life. So, now you may be wondering, like, what's going to happen to the podcast? To be frank, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to the podcast. I thought about this. I've been thinking about serving a mission for my church for a long time. So I've had in the back of my mind, like, oh, I'm going to have to leave my YouTube channel. I'm going to have to leave the podcast. But at the end of the day, I had to choose what was right for me, right? And going away is the right choice for me at this time. And for any of you concerned, I'm planning to have some type of content released while I'm gone. So I'm going to pre-record and edit videos just in case you're worried. So that's the plan. No promises if something like really weird happens. But yeah. And I guess that is the biggest news that I have in my life right now. I don't really have too much more. But if you guys have any concerns, you can ask me. Talk to me. I don't know. Even if you guys right now, Wise Kid, Griffin, and Kaya, if you have any thoughts, just let me know.
Okay, so is it okay with everyone if I just kind of interject here right quick? Okay, so first off, if someone truly cares about you, the last thing they're going to be worried about is what kind of content they're going to receive, first and foremost. Because to care about you means to care about the whole of you. And if you're saying that this is something that I need to do for myself, then that is when you will see where your loyalists are. That's what I'm going to say to you first. Second, I think it's very good and it shows growth within yourself that although you're concerned with all these other things, what's going to happen to the podcast, what's going to happen to my YouTube channel, you are doing what you need to do for you, something that is self-fulfilling for you, which is important because I don't have a YouTube channel yet, but I imagine running a YouTube channel, recording videos, edit videos, having to think of the ideas in the first place. I imagine it's a lot of work. And to do that for so long without having any sort of just mental shutdown, I imagine it's needed. And so I'm happy that you are going to fulfill something for yourself, and I wish you all the best. And just don't worry about this. This will be here when you get back. That's the beauty of the internet. It's always there. It's not going to go anywhere. So, and at this time, it's not like Miraculous is going anywhere. We're good.
Wow, Kai, that was really touching, and I really appreciate your thoughts. Because I do agree, like, even though there's a lot of things to be scared of, there's also a lot of things, I guess, for me to look forward to. And I have to do what's best for me, you know? Even if that means giving up my YouTube channel for a while. I have to do what's best for myself.
Exactly, and you should not apologize for that. You shouldn't feel guilty or like, oh, I'm gonna let so many people down if I do this for myself.
Oh my gosh, Carl.
Lazy.
Why are you not an actual
I'm
therapist?
so proud of you that you're doing this for yourself. I'm just so proud of you that you've come so far with everything, and even like being like yourself and being like confident in the podcast. And I'm glad you're doing this for yourself, even though I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss making fun of you.
Yes, you're going to definitely be missed, but we understand that it's for the better, and we would never hold you back from something that's for the better.
Thank you guys so much.
Lacey, I'm gonna miss you so much.
Oh.
So proud of you and so happy for you that you're doing what is gonna be best for you and for your life, because like you've come such a long way. Just in like speaking up for yourself and knowing what's best for yourself.
Exactly.
Like, I'm so proud of you.
It's so much growth. I swear, like when we first started this podcast, she'd have never told us this.
No, you got that right.
She'd have never told us this. I'm
You
so,
would have kept
so
it hidden
proud.
deep down, be like, guys, I have a problem.
Oh. Oh.
Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so happy. And like I said, like literally the people who are gonna care for you the most are still gonna be here. Like,
Exactly.
you're stuck with us whether you like it or not. I'm sorry.
We can't sever our connection.
You can't. You literally can't. I spammed you on Instagram before. I will do it again. Don't test me.
In exactly 18 months, just spam me on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Griffin.
I have a little event thing on my phone. Be like, good go. Hey, yo,
Lazy comes back.
Lazy come back. Spam her.
Also, let me clarify. I don't know exactly where I will be. I might be in another country. I might stay in the US. I'm in the US if you're curious. And if you remember, the state I live in is New Mexico, because we made that joke that like nobody lives here. And it's true. Nobody lives here. But yeah, so if you're just curious where I'm gonna go, I actually don't know yet, but I think I will tell you guys probably. So yeah, if you're curious, just stay tuned.
Come visit me. That's all.
What is it?
If you come to one of our states, you better come here.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, I
obviously.
used to be so hesitant when we talked about that. Like, oh, imagine if we meet up, because obviously, like, you guys.
Yeah, but now we
But
can.
now we can actually meet up. Like, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so nice, actually. I
Aw.
love that.
Meetup
Yeah.
needs to happen at some point in our existence.
I know.
Yeah.
Now
It'll
it's
be-
actually attainable to think about. For
Yeah.
me. Wow.
I know.
Imagine.
Imagine we could go
You
to
guys, we can all
Paris.
meet up at the Sunnyside premiere and the
Oh,
Hollywood 3 Cinema. I'm kidding. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Aww. Don't make me
Wait,
cry.
hold on. This is like the face cam moment, but hold on, wait. You can't even see me. Oh my
Ah.
god. Up with my
Your hearts. Yay!
Okay, I'm done.
Grace us with her face randomly when we record.
Always just random.
Just turn on her camera.
Too. Like, I'm looking like a hot mess right now, but I just want to.
You look perfect.
Thank you.
But I just want to say thank you guys so much for understanding. Like, oh my god, is that you? Wise kid hand reveal.
Hand reveal.
Hand reveal.
You know, I did a face reveal on my story on Instagram, kind of like a half one.
There's like a
Sorry.
face reveal on Instagram. So.
Oh yeah, hurry up to Wise Kid's Instagram.
It was the
Actually,
talk of
by
the
the time
town
this
yesterday in
podcast
the
is...
Besties server.
Arr.
But
Oh.
That's what sparked everything, actually. That's the reason we're here.
it actually is. Lazy. I'm really
Yeah.
proud of you, and I'm really happy for you. And group hug, everyone.
Group hug.
Group hug.
I do hope that you guys continue on with the podcast. Like, don't stop because of me. I'm here in spirit, right?
Imagine
So,
Lizzie comes back a year later and is like, "Hey, what happened? What's up, guys?" And then like everyone left the group chat, and then she messages Griffin, and Griffin, Lazy, me and Wise haven't talked in a year. Things went south when you
God.
left.
oh my
And then-
god.
And then you message me, and then my mother answers, and it's like, Wise Kid's been dead for a few months now.
Oh my god! Don't say things like that.
Wise Kid.
And then Kaya went to jail.
That probably could happen, but we won't discuss that.
She harassed Thomas Astruck.
Oh, I'm going down
I
with
showed
her.
up. I showed up to his house with a bat and started beating the shit out of him.
Ayo,
Yeah.
Ayo, Kaya, come pick me
No,
up. Come pick me up.
And
I'll
now,
join you. I got a softball bat. Hold on, I got a softball bat.
So apparently everyone has went to jail now.
Come pick me up,
going
though.
to jail, and Wise Kid has been buried 6 feet under. Let's not think about this though. This can't happen.
Yeah, let's hope that Wise Kid did not jinx our futures.
Could
That
you
would be
imagine
great.
if I died though? That would be so
Hey.
sad. That would actually be
Wait
so
though,
sad.
wait though. If I go to
Why
jail,
would you say that?
if I go to jail for beating Thomas Astruck, that wouldn't be a terrible thing in my eyes. I'd be like, you know what? I gotta be proud of that.
Exactly. We would go down as martyrs in handcuffs.
We would go down.
Would you
down
guys
as heroes
cry
of the
if I
community.
died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wise Kid. Oh my gosh. Wait, I don't even want to think
I
about
know.
it. It's one of those things I'm denying that is
Exactly.
that could happen.
Right.
Like, you don't even want to think about it, okay? So
Like being
Okay.
being online
Well-
friends. But still, I would genuinely cry. I would be devastated.
Me
with
too.
that.
I'd be devastated if any of you guys died. I mean, if Lazy died, I'd be less this. I'm kidding.
there it goes,
Oh my
Wise
God.
Kid.
No.
My lovely friend.
Never.
Okay, I think Lazy's time is up. I'm not
Sure,
sure.
I guess
Yeah,
it's my
yeah,
time.
let's
This is
move
a
on.
perfect.
Okay.
Me dying
I
is a
think-
perfect
I think
transition.
I think Lazy's time ended like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I think this is a good
Okay,
transition to mine then.
Time schedule
It's
for
not
a
my fault,
reason.
right?
Okay, it's my turn.
I don't
now.
think it was my fault.
Why did we make this?
wasn't your
schedule?
fault,
We never
Lazy.
called them anyway.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
true. We need to set a timer. Hold on, I'm setting a
No,
timer.
I set a timer
Then why did we stick to
because we had to. I didn't want to like take
Because we're
Lazy's
us.
spotlight.
Because we're us.
But-
But yeah,
didn't
next
really
timer.
Talking a
That's
long
for us.
time ago. We just started rambling.
Here's the next timer.
This
then.
is why
Okay,
our
okay.
podcast
So
ends
this
up
is
being
going
like
to be
3
one-
hours.
No, this
This
is
is
why
gonna
we
be-
have a podcast and not like no, we don't just like make short videos. Okay.
Your turn.
Never survived the YouTube
3,
time limit.
We would
2,
not.
1, go. Okay, knocks on door. Knock, knock, knock.
I'm in, please.
And if I don't, then what?
Can you not? Can you not? Just open the door.
Okay, Wise Kid opens the door and has trouble with the doorknob, but then kicks it open. Wise Kid closes the door and takes a few steps to the couch. Wise Kid checks to make sure the couch isn't dirty or anything, and puts his finger inside the
This
couch a
feels
little bit
like
to make
a
sure
ad.
it's comfortable
What?
enough. Wise
Well,
Kid
it's warm,
sit in the
'cause I was
couch
just sitting on
and
it.
Just
sinks
sits here
into it.
watching very weirdly.
Wise Kid, it's very warm. I prepared the seat for you.
Oh.
You just made it worse.
Is that where Lucy sat? I don't want to sit there.
On the floor.
Okay, so hi, Madame Kaya.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and what about yourself?
Good. How's fasting going?
Oh my god. It is going, it's going better now, except for the fact that I've lost about 12 pounds this month. Which,
No!
for some people, this would be fine. I was only about 106 pounds to begin with. So, yeah.
No, I lost like 2 kilograms in the last 2 weeks.
I'm
As
definitely I'm definitely thinner now. I'm not suffering like I was though. But like in the beginning, I got mental problems like in the first week
Yeah.
because I was starving. I felt like I was starving to death. But then the next week after that, I was like, alright, I'm fine. But yeah, the first week of fasting was brutal. Okay, but anyway, this is not my stage. This is yours. So
Yeah, it is actually. Thank you.
Wise
I'm
Kid.
excited for
You
Eve.
little sassy baka.
I'm excited. This is why I have therapy. What Lizzie just said. That's why I'm here.
oh my lord.
Anyways, yeah, I'm excited for Eid to come. But let's see.
I'm ready to eat.
I'm ready to eat. Basically, I did not expect the good reactions that I've received about this revelation. I actually thought I was gonna get canceled. Do you guys remember, Griffin Lees? Do you remember when I was like scared I was gonna get canceled?
When you told us? Well,
Yeah.
I know you were very nervous before you told us.
No, when I thought, like, I was gonna get canceled when I told the podcast people.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Part.
me either.
Okay, well, you know, this is another issue on therapy. But
Yeah.
I did say, like, that I'm very scared I was gonna get canceled, like, for this. But apparently, I wasn't, and no one left the Besties Discord server. Like, that was my biggest fear. Like, the second I say it, suddenly we have a surge of people who suddenly disappear. Like,
Yeah.
but I got so many nice messages, and so many people were saying such nice things. Feels too good to be true. But it happened, so it's true.
Yep, that's true.
And let's see. What else can I therapize about? Recently things have been really stressful with, like, things have been really stressful with everything because I have a very, like, religious family, so every single night we have to go from like 6 p.m. to 11 to do stuff, and because of Ramadan, right? So, like, I don't know when to do my schoolwork. I don't know when to do what. It's just, like, really hectic and really stressful. And I'm excited for the month to end. And, like, just so I can rest and take a break. You know what I'm saying, Kaya?
Yeah, but I understand all too well. Interjection, I'm just saying because me and you are kind of going through the same thing in regards to that. I've had to take up Arabic class against my will, and at first I'm like, whatever, it's just another language, but now I hate it with a passion. Like,
oh, wow.
I never want to, I swear, like, I never want to go through another session of this again. It's so difficult.
You never want to see Jim again.
Well, the thing is, it's not even really the language, it's the fact that my mom is teaching me, and, yeah. And it leads to daily fights, and okay, never mind.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. So my mom is actually a Quran teacher. She teaches Arabic. That's, like, a profession, and that's what I do every Saturday, as you guys know. So, like, when I was younger, like, I was thinking about this the other day. My mom, literally, I love my mom, but she planted so many seeds of perfectionism and anxiety just from teaching me Arabic.
You know what? Same.
Yeah, like.
But for me, I guess it's worse because it was the entirety of the Quran in general. Like, you have to follow everything to a T. Like, it, like, nothing, like, when she discovered I was listening to music for the first time, like, she was genuinely so heartbroken, and I felt like a criminal. I felt like I'd done something so dirty and so wrong simply because I was listening to a K-pop song. I felt terrible. Especially when I was like 11 at this time, so. But then as I got older, I gradually stopped caring, and so.
Yeah. Like, basically, like, for me, whenever I would recite, like a verse, suddenly my mom would, like, be like, no, you said it wrong. And I'm like, okay. So then, like, I remember sometimes, like, whenever I would make a mistake, I would just, like, after, like, 3 mistakes, I would be, like, trembling while reciting. I was, like, crying while reciting, like, and, like, my mom was like, why are you shaking? Why are you crying? And I'm like, because I don't want to make a mistake. And to this day, there's still, whenever I recite for my mom, there's always that effect, like, it's like something triggers within me, like, because I think I would say, and this is not an over-exaggeration, those moments were definitely traumatizing. Traumatizing does not always have to mean, like, yeah, you know this, you're a therapist.
Right.
But, like, so, I do have a lot of trauma from that, like, and then every time she, like, says I made a mistake now, I get, like, really, really, like, hyper stressed out, like, it's like, oh yeah, like it's triggering.
Yeah, I get that completely because like I said, I went through the same thing when I was learning. What was it? I think it was Fatiha. Like it took me like 2 years to learn it because she used to scare me so bad. For one, I was threatened if I didn't do it right, and if I supposedly was not putting in effort, then I was grounded, or then I was punished in some other way. So it was very traumatizing for me.
Yeah.
So I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. So like, and then now being like the son of like the big man, I guess, in the thing, in like Christians call it like pastor's son. That's kind of what I am, but like with Islam. Mm-hmm. It's like there's this, and also my mom being like the principal of the Quran school. It's like and also my siblings all being in different countries. So I am currently the only child here. So I carry the weight of both of them on my back. So it's like, if I make a mistake, like, first of all, there's a pressure to, like, recite in front of everyone. And then instead of, like, when I make a mistake, my mom being like, it's okay, don't make mistakes. Yesterday in the car, she was like, if you make a mistake like you did the other night. Which, it just, like, I felt like for the last few months, I gaslit myself into thinking that, like, my problems aren't that big, and, like, I'm just over-exaggerating, or, like, there's no way, like, my parents caused any of my anxiety because, like, no, like, yeah, but, like, after that, I've started to notice everything, and now I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I was right, maybe I should not have gaslit myself into thinking that, like, yeah.
Yeah, because my mother, she pretty much causes just about, I wouldn't say all, but I would say a good 90% of it comes from her. Because I guess we are like in the reverse in this way, because I'm the oldest. And since none of our fathers are around, I have to carry the weight of being practically a second mother and a father and a babysitter and a teacher, and it gets to be a lot because it's like, I'm 20 years old, I really shouldn't be here, I don't want to be here, but I'm here anyway because my conscience won't let me do anything else. So it's like I have a lot of responsibilities as far as my younger siblings, and I won't lie, it gets to be stressful, it gets to be annoying, and I'm getting really to the point where I'm trying not to resent my family because I know it's wrong to resent them.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything, but then it gets hard because, like, the oldest of my youngest brothers is 9 years old, and so he's getting in that stage now where he likes to talk back, and I can't deal because it's like, I'm here with you 24/7, I cook your food, I help you bathe, I school you, and you have the audacity to stand there like, okay, I'm getting off on a tangent. But basically it's too much. I'm like, Mom, you have to tell your children to stop disrespecting me, because if I'm going to be here and helping you with them, they cannot be being disrespectful to me. I can't stand for that because I play too much of a role in their lives for them to be disrespecting me like this. But then she'll be like, you have to take the high road, you're the oldest, you should act more your age. Because sometimes, like, I will literally get into fights with my 9-year-old brother, and she's like, he's 9, you're 20, you need to grow up, you need to take the high road. I'm like, Mom, he is 9, he's old enough to understand what he's doing and the fact that he's being antagonizing. You aren't listening to me. And then she's like, I am listening to you. And then she's like, you know what, I'm done with this conversation. And then she'll just be like, we're done here, don't say anything else. I'm like, okay, then fine. So he gets to snitch on me, and then I get in trouble, and you don't want to hear anything I have to say. Okay. And that's pretty much the story of how my daily life goes. And so, hey, I'm the one supposed to be giving therapy here. What am I doing?
No, you needed that. Like, I think it's a therapy session for you too, and you needed that.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did.
I know that is that's probably so frustrating. Like, especially with her, like, not even at least helping you in that aspect.
Yeah, and I get that she has a lot on her plate too, but it's like, come on, I'm 20 years old and this is getting ridiculous, the fact that I'm still here at 20. You still have this effect on me, because like I can't say no to her for nothing. It's like when she asked me, she's like, I need you to help out more with your siblings, and I just said okay. And then when I told my friend, I'm like, I'm gonna be helping out my siblings more, so I'm not gonna be able to do XYZ this summer. And she's like, she asked you? I said, yeah, she asked me. She said, you said yes? I'm like, yeah, I said yes. She's like, did you think about it? Why didn't you say no? And I'm like, it didn't even cross my mind to say no. She asked me, and it was just an automatic yes. Just on autopilot, I just said yes. Because defying my mother never really came to my mind. But she's like, it's not defying Kaya. She asked you, and since she asked you, you could have said no. But you're so programmed to say yes, you just said yes. I'm like, wow, that's actually freaking scary.
Yeah, it's kind
But at that point, I was too deep in to say otherwise. So
remind me of Adrian, and that could like parallel to
I
so
know,
many
right?
other parents like child things, where it's like, yeah, they turned it into like, oh, like he's a sentient monster and it's a kid's show and stuff, but like it is. A lot of people do feel programmed to say yes to their parents.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah,
So anyway,
my therapy session, I just say I want to start dealing. I've learned a lot of better coping mechanisms recently to deal with anxiety. I know when to take breaks, what to do, and I'm really happy because with like, you know, being myself everywhere, I'm kind of deleting all these different personas of myself and coming into my own and being who I am and not caring what other people think, which is really helpful. It's really good, and it's really healing. Like I told you last night, it's very healing, and I'm very happy that I've been able to do that, and I'm really happy with all the reactions I've gotten. I have a crush who's in literally every single one of my classes, and it's so frustrating because I don't when you are with your crush, your brain is programmed to be your best version of yourself. You guys know that, like, so right. It's
yeah.
This is kind of a bit, I don't know if this is TMI, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's literally so frustrating. Because this person is in all of my classes, I am constantly trying to be the best version of myself all the time, but I need to take a chill pill right now. I need to just continue being friends with this person and try to I don't know, but it's just a lot. And then
speaking of that, wise kid, I'm sorry to cut you off, but speaking of that, did you want to bring up the other part to this? Or?
No, I don't think I need to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think actually, do I? I don't know. Yeah.
No, you think about it. It's kind of it's very personal, so I'm not gonna say anything unless
you know who. I don't think it really. You know what I think? I think it doesn't matter who I choose to love. So.
Period.
My business.
Say it louder for the people in the back, please. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah. I mean, there was something I was going to say in regards to it, but I just realized, like, this is public, so I don't want to say that. Like, even if I say it later, then I would just say it later.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it right now. Okay.
Like, snap.
Person, if you are wondering,
that was beautiful.
Is also, yeah. Anyways, but it's just, I need to heal, and I just want things to go well school-wise, and I just want my older sister to come to Canada. Yeah. Which, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys know, but she might be. Actually, no, she will. My sister will be coming to Canada in 2 weeks.
That's exciting.
Really?
And she might, I hope so, but she, like, not the soap one, but like the one older than that who has 2
The
kids.
soap
Right.
one.
Soapy
She
sister.
might be
This is how we know her for.
the one who has 2 kids. She might be coming here, and she wants to see if she'll enjoy living here, and if she does live here, half of my life problems will be fixed. I need extra.
Yeah.
I need it. But yeah,
Aw.
very. It's like I need that balance. I've been in this closed space with 2 like almost seniors, and I need someone else on my side.
Exactly.
Which I feel like
that-
you too, Kaya. Like, though you have your siblings in the house, you're on a different plane than them.
Yep, I'm on a much different plane with them, and even with my mother, like, my mother grew up, she was super, super, super mature. Like, she was the exception and not the rule. Like, she was the type that at 9 years old, she could run an entire household. Anyone who was younger, she was cleaning them, feeding them, clothing them, schooling them, whatever needed to be done. Like, at 9 years old, she could do this. I could never. So even though my mom and me we're only like 16 years apart, she had me really, really young. So you would think that she would be on my level, kind of, but she's just simply not. So, yeah. So the thing is, we are in the between parent and child, we're close in age, but mentally we are like on 2 very different playing fields. So that gets frustrating. We literally took we took Enneagram personality tests because the fights were getting so bad, and my mother was like, I don't even know who you are. Let's take this personality test. And so we took the personality test, and it turns out that we're the complete opposite of each other. And on my personality test, like, it tells you what your biggest fear is, and my biggest fear was being controlled. Like, this is exactly why you and I have problems, because you try to control me, and being controlled is my biggest fear.
What was her biggest fear?
My mother's biggest fear was the fear that people have something that she doesn't. And which is kind of strange because my mother's not a very envious person. It would make sense because there are some mothers who literally envy their daughters. I don't know what that's about, but they literally envy their female children. But I don't think my mother envies me. It's kind of sad because if anything, she probably pities me. But we won't discuss that. That's kind of deep.
Yeah. I like how we're like sprinkling in Kaya's like therapy into all of our therapies. It's
Yes.
It's like,
Exactly.
we got separate 12 minutes, and your 12 minutes is divided into like 3, and you get 4 minutes per. Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of funny, but I guess that worked out because apparently I needed it.
You did, Kaya. You did need it.
Because shit, I'm just going off.
Did you just say the? But yes, I'm gonna pass on the baton to Griffin. Griffin, your 12 minutes start now.
Hi. It's
Knock
awkward.
on the door.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you're catching me on like a really good week, and so
Yeah,
let me explain. Okay, so, well, first of all, last week on Saturday, actually, I had a great time with one of my best friends, and like it was just a fun time. We were painting and stuff like that. Like it was a good old time, and a lot of things happened that day too. I don't want to go into just too much detail, but it's hard talking. I think
You don't have to say, just throw like some sort of hint if it's too embarrassing or something. Like if it's something embarrassing, just kind of, you can code it up or something.
We've started talking differently in a good way, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yep, I'm reading between the lines.
And I got his permission to say stuff actually while we were talking, because I might have been talking to him while we were recording. That might have been what was happening. But
Oh my lord.
Just kidding. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know why I got so riled up. I'm sorry, Griffin.
It's fine.
I don't actually care.
Oh god, I'm getting yelled at.
No, it's totally fine. I don't care. But this is interesting. I like it.
I was planning on telling you.
Wait. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, I've already been like I'm already like 10 jumps ahead of her already. I'm like, what are those blocks in Mario? I'm already
Oh,
like,
please.
I'm already like Let me stop.
I'm so done with the Mario reference.
Okay. Seriously, let me stop. Let me let you finish.
But, yeah, so, with that, I've just been having a really, really good week. It was honestly, it was extremely new for me at first, because, we started talking differently on Sunday, the day after. And, when we got to school on Monday, it's this both, clicking in sort of reality, oh god, what we feel. And so mine brain was on overdrive, and I had a whole panic attack because my whole brain was on overdrive.
Yeah, so it sounds like you've been on cloud 9 recently, and I'm just gonna say that therapy doesn't have to be a negative thing or oh my god, I have all these problems. It can be about good things too.
Wait, Griffin, I don't know if I'm reading too into this. I don't know what you mean.
Lazy, are you being Adrian right now?
I don't know what
Adrian
you mean.
moment?
Do you mean what you mean?
Adriana?
BRB, I hate that I have to go for a few seconds.
Oh. Wait. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, or sorry.
Finish?
Sorry. I'll just be quiet and try.
Do you want to write it in the chat? Do you want to write it?
Just write it.
Tell you yes or no.
Embarrassing to say it. My god.
Wait.
I don't understand. Why is this uncomfortable for people?
I'm not used to talking like this anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Sorry.
No!
The way you did it just made it. The way you worded it just made it even more cringy.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't think it was going that
Okay.
far.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
it's still budding. It's still a flower. They have
Okay.
Hasn't
Sorry.
happened yet.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mute myself and not talk for a while.
Oh my gosh, I'm finished.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Nope. That it just went. I
Sorry, Griffin. I was just trying to understand.
No. There's no shame in it, but.
Oh no.
First off, if things had already escalated to that point,
No.
I'm just saying if it wouldn't have been as vague as it was. It's something new. That's it.
You're having me I'm bright red right now.
Oh.
Sorry. No. I
my
feel
God.
bad for making you. I was just am I reading too much into this? I was trying to figure out if I was overthinking, because I do that a lot. And I was like, wait. But
Yeah,
anyway.
usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe that was just therapist senses.
Okay.
Been
But
therapist senses, because as a therapist, quote unquote, I didn't. That's not where I was thinking. That was
Right.
yeah.
Look, I'm giving my reason as to why I'm being vague right now. It's just because
Yeah.
like other stuff.
Mhm.
But it's been over like 3 months since my past kind of relationship, I guess.
Mhm.
And all the stuff that I went through with that. Like Lazy Wise Kids, they know exactly what happened with that. And it's still kind of like it's effed up in my head.
Mhm.
I've gotten over it, but it's just like I think back to what I was like feeling at that point. I'm like, why were you doing that? I can't even recognize myself at that point.
Do you regret it?
No. I've had that question before, like if I regret being in that situation. And I don't, because I think at that point I was just so like a hopeless romantic almost.
Mhm.
Like, and being hopeless romantic isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Me, in that stage of my life, I was kind of so desperate to have a sort of romantic feeling with someone. And so I kind of just took the first guy's offer without reading into myself and what I wanted.
Right.
And I settled for the worst person I could possibly find.
Yeah.
Like, it was...
I myself, about 5 years ago, kind of had a similar experience because, first of all, I highly believe that I was depressed during that time in my life, and it was during a time where me and my mother were on such rocky terms, and I just felt so lost that I was just seeking some sort of feeling from somewhere that wasn't here. Because I was feeling nothing here, and I'm like, I just need to feel something. So I don't even know if you can call what I had a relationship. It was awkward. It was just awkward. And I'm glad I got out of it before I did something that I would have regretted for the rest of my life.
Right.
Because I was very much on that. I was on that track. I was on that track to giving up something that if that would have happened, I'd have just felt horrible about myself for a very long time because that person was not deserving of that.
Right.
And I'm glad that I was able to see that before it got to that point. But then I don't regret it now because it helped me to recognize that I need something. It helped me to recognize that, okay, I need something. Like, at that time in my life, I wasn't able to tell, like, what I needed. All I knew is that something was wrong, I didn't feel loved, and I needed to feel loved. That's all I knew.
Right.
But I didn't know how to go about that. And so, how I went about that was, meet some random boy at school, I'm free, wanna go? And they're like, yeah, sure. But, it was not a very good situation because even then, like, even when it was happening, I was just convincing myself that this is what I need, this is what I want. But I knew that this is not okay, this is not what I want, and this entire situation is screwed up. And so I broke it off, and that caused another wave of issues because then I had to deal with issues of harassment and stalking and name calling and public embarrassment and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh, please, I know way too much about the last one. You're preaching to a choir right here. The way that, oh my god, I could go on for hours, but the way that the guys at my school, like, besides my best friend right now, but he's an exception, but literally, the guys at my school, they can't take no for a freaking answer. Like, they're so full of it. Like,
exactly.
I'm gonna punch one of them one of these days. Like, it's gotten to that point where I'm like, you need to shut the heck up, because I'm gonna punch you.
Exactly, because it's like, look, I'm the one who initiated it. I'm within full rights to break it off. Like, this,
Right.
First of all, you're not even treating me how I deserve to be treated. You're pressuring me into doing things that I don't want to do. And now that I'm saying I want to break it off, you want to, first of all, you publicly embarrassing me doesn't change anything. If anything, that tells me more so that I need to leave your dumb you know what. Because you can't take no for an answer. You're being extremely creepy, and I don't have to deal with this. So, yeah, it was crazy.
Exactly.
I had to, like, my family had to get involved. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And I'm like,
I'm so grateful that what
I'm
happened.
grateful I went through that, because now
You're right.
I know in the future what to not do.
Right. Like, I feel like last time something similar like this happened, where I was at that point in my life, I let so many things slide that I shouldn't have. Like, I always thought, like, when I first would get in a relationship, I would be like, if something like that were to happen, like it did happen, I would have broke it off so much sooner. Like, I was so confident in myself that I thought that was going to happen, but it was completely different, because I was so afraid that, like, oh, like, what if he does leave me? And what ended up happening was honestly probably one of the best case scenario that could have happened, because when it did happen, I was out of the country. I was in Mexico. I was fine. Like, I was completely out of the way, and I got to heal on my own time and by myself without the influences of being at school.
Yes, exactly.
And then when I did get to school and I saw other influences, specifically like him being with other people, him being surrounded by other girls, that was definitely hard, but at the same time, it was almost a relief, because that meant that I was finally free of having to be so afraid of what was inevitable, basically. I can't say the word.
Exactly. I get it.
But yeah, and so those things, whenever people ask me, like, if I ever regret it, I don't. I genuinely don't, because I learned so much from it, and I learned so much about myself. Like, I've talked about it with Wise Kid and Lazy, that during this point in my life, I finally feel very content with myself. I feel so happy for myself. My confidence has been out the roof in the past month or so. I finally am figuring myself out. I know what I want. I'm figuring out my school situations. I'm figuring out what I want to do in my life. I finally am in a good place where I feel like for these feelings to start coming back, I'm in a mental stability, like I'm in a mentally stable enough place to be in that spot, kind of thing.
Exactly.
And I've also, sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just saying, like, okay, you're at a point now where before it was more like finding someone to fill this empty space because it's too hard to stay empty.
Right.
Or versus now where you're fully whole. You're a whole person, or becoming into a full whole person, and having someone to just enrich your life, someone to share moments with. It's different. It's different than just trying to find someone to fill an empty space.
Right. And it's become so different because this person, to me, he has been in my life since almost 2 years now. And so the transition that we have made to right now, it has felt so natural, at least to me. Like, it's just...
Sorry.
Sorry, wait.
I was gonna ask, is that the friend that you were talking about that time?
Which one?
The one that they told us about when I told you guys the thing.
The one I was talking about pronouns with?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He has been a part of my life for so long, and we finally just got into a place where it's like we've talked about these types of things, because his last relationship didn't go that well either, and I was actually there for that as well. And so we both kind of realized that, like, stuff like that we're not mentally ready for, and so we're just taking it extremely slow, just to like match both of our own paces, just trying to be comfortable with one another and getting used to stuff right now. But
Yeah.
as of right now, it's just been really, really comfortable, and it's been extremely just overall happy feelings. So I have nothing to complain about this week.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I'm glad because you've heard what we've gone through. But, yeah, that's so awesome, and I'm so happy that you're finally in a place now where you're able to allow these feelings to come back, and to come back in a healthy way, and not a way of just trying to fill some empty spaces. You are a whole person. You are Griffin, whether you have whoever you have or who you don't have. You are a whole person, and you're gonna be fine either way. And that's such an I feel like that's such an amazing feeling. It must feel so liberating that, to not have to seek out people just because I'm lonely or I'm sad or nobody loves me, because
Right.
you are loved. You are loved. You are loved regardless.
Right. I'm getting way too smiley right now. So someone please switch the conversation.
Me, as far as, I guess I'm just gonna sprinkle my 3 minutes in here. Me, as far as, like, relationships, especially romantic ones, I guess I'm still pretty scarred from my last situation, to be completely honest, because part of me wants to, but my heart just is not in that place to open up in that way right now. Because I don't even know why, to be completely honest, but it's just not ready to. Like, I'm ready to, but my heart's not ready to.
Right.
If I'm making sense. I don't know if I'm making sense.
And trust me when I say this, listen to that heart first.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, just listen to that first. Because I wish I did sometimes. I was like, as much as I say, like, I don't regret it, I'm, like, a little bit upset at my past self, because I'm like, what were you thinking?
Yeah,
I
and that's
didn't
normal.
want to smack my past self, like, with a crack. Because I'm like, what were you thinking? What were you on?
Exactly. It's funny when you look back in hindsight at certain situations, like, I should have known better than that.
Right. It's like, you read this in books. What are you doing? You had knowledge. You have no excuse.
Exactly. And it's okay to go through that mental process of, like, sort of, like, scolding yourself, but don't stay there, because then that turns into self-loathing and all these other dangerous things. But yeah, what you're feeling and what you went through, trust me, it's normal. I went through it. Sometimes I still go through it. So it's okay. It's okay. That's normal.
I think just the best thing is just now I know it more than ever, because before I would preach this. I'm like, communication is the most important thing in any, like, situation. Like, it is.
But hey, that's the part that you suck at the most.
No, it's not even that. I was good at communication. The past person I was associated with was obviously not. And if I'm still correct to this day, he has not done anything to ever fix himself, and I genuinely think he does not want to, and that is okay. He can go deal with that alone.
Is why you don't deserve that.
Exactly.
Right, he can go do it alone. He can go deal it with someone else, but that is not my fault.
That piece of rat poison.
I'm not fixing a situation that doesn't want to be fixed.
I was not going to say this, but I'm going to go ahead, because this podcast, I'm loving it. This has just been 100% realness today. My situation ended with a bang. Literally. Like, I was hit. So, yeah. And
where they at? Let me punch him. Hold on. I'm sorry, I get physical real quick. I can't fight. What am I doing? I just talk a lot, but I don't fight.
But yeah, it literally ended with a slap to the face, to be completely honest.
My god.
I cannot stand slaps. I can't. Like, I'd have felt better if I'd just been punched, because a punch is a lot different than a slap. A slap is just so degrading. And at first, like, I didn't even register it, because, like,
Kaya,
we were having... Exactly. We were
That
arguing.
no, this is like
We
really
were-
serious.
Yeah, like we were arguing or whatever. Like this was when I was bringing up, you know what? I think we just need to end this now or whatever. He couldn't take that, and like 1 minute I was talking, and the next I'm literally on the ground, and I'm like,
Oh my
this is
god.
it. And I'm thinking in my head, like I just was dazed out for a minute. Like no, like no, like this did not just happen. This did not just happen to me, because that moment I was just having flashbacks of
Disgusting.
my mother and my aunts and all the women in my family who I said, why do y'all put up with that? I would never put up with that. And then here I was on the ground, and he's just standing there so-called apologizing and freaking out, and I'm like, and I didn't even really hear him. Like I heard him, but I didn't, because I was just in that moment I was just so into myself. Like I let this happen to me. Like, I really just let this happen to me. But it's okay, because that was his first and his last time. Because I'm like, you know what? We're done. We're done.
Exactly.
Like, there's nothing to, there is nothing to even discuss
You're
between
breaking
you
the
and I.
cycle, Kaya.
Right.
Exactly, because because I was thinking in that moment, I'm not going to be like my aunts. I'm not going to be like my mother. I'm not going to put up with this. This is your first time, and it's definitely your last time. I'm not doing this. So, I broke it off. I broke it off, and I held to that, because even months after, he was still trying to talk to me. I'm like, we're not talking. I have nothing to say to you.
Right. Period.
Exactly. So, when I look back at that situation now, I'm like, I'm so glad I had the strength to leave that situation, because I was still in the same place that I was when I got into the relationship. But I guess looking back at what the women in my family went through, I had the strength to be like, I'm breaking this cycle, because I'm not going to be the next one. I'm not going to be the next one, and then I have a kid, and then I'm telling my kid, well, like, you can't put up with this or something, and the kid is like, well, Mom, you put up with it. You showed me this. And I'm like, you know what? We're not doing that. Generational curse broken right now.
Period.
Exactly. So I'm like, you know what? We're not doing this. So, you know, when I look back at it now, I don't regret it. I can honestly look back and smile. It's very weird thinking that I can smile about being slapped across the face, but I can smile because I know that I stood up for myself. I stood up for myself. I stood up for the women in my family. I stood up for any offspring that I may or may not, I don't know yet, that I may or may not have later. So I can look back at that and I can be like, you did.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I gotta go real quick. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're having a baby, Kaya?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't know. I don't know if I want kids. I'm not even really thinking about it. I'm just taking life as it goes. Because right now, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not married. I'm not anything. I'm just gonna go to school. I'm gonna be a good kid. I'm gonna be a good kid. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna get my bachelor's, and then I'm gonna get my master's, and then my PhD. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to school for that long.
Follow your heart and let your head filter out all the bad stuff.
Exactly. And plus, I've read too many books, and so now my expectations for men are just insanely high, and they probably don't even exist in the world. So I'll probably just die old and alone.
No, Kaya, I think you're too lovable for that, so...
Like, my standards are way too high. Like, everyone tells me, like, you need to lower your standards. I'm like, what kind of statement is that? How do you tell someone to lower their standards? That's so weird. They're like, your standards are too high? I'm like, no. Your men are just too weak. I didn't say that, but... That's what I was thinking. Like, how do you tell a girl to lower her standards? You would never... That's such a double standard, because you would never tell a guy to lower his standard.
No, exactly. Like,
if a guy finds a girl to be not attractive, he's going to say so, and he's going to demand someone who's more attractive. So like, you would never say that to him. Don't ever say that to me again. Like, that's offensive.
is it like your family who says that?
Extended family. My mother doesn't talk to me about it because we just don't really talk about that. But like, one of my aunts was teaching a class like down in the community, and unfortunately I had to attend the wretched class. So I just sat there, and then she gave us an exercise where she wanted us to like, quote unquote, build our ideal partner. It was such a stupid exercise, but I did it anyway. And she's looking at the list, and she's like, "You guys, y'all gotta lower your standards." And she said it like it was the most normal thing in the world, and we were like, "What? Lower your standards?" It was so awkward. I didn't say anything, I just left. Because if I said something, I was probably gonna cause a family feud.
No, that's the best thing you could have done.
Exactly.
But yeah, for the last 5 minutes of this, if you don't mind, No,
I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay. For the last 5 minutes of this, we will do a little, because Lazy's leaving and like the revelation and just everything. We're gonna do a little just like therapy for the besties, I guess, and obviously Kaya too. So, one thing, Lazy, how much time do you have left?
You said dying.
Maybe probably not more than 2 months. I'm thinking about 6 weeks. Maybe I'll leave.
So in June?
Yeah, something like that.
My birthday month?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Also, different June, really. Sorry, I'm kidding.
Wow!
I've known you were born in June, I'm kidding. But, like, Lizzie, that means we have maybe, like, at least at most 5 podcasts left with you until you leave.
I guess that's what that means.
Lazy. We're gonna miss you so much.
No
Thank
crying is
you.
allowed until the 5th podcast.
Right!
We'll cry
Oh
later.
my god, I think I'm actually gonna cry during the 5th podcast.
No.
I think I'm gonna cry now. I was about to cry now.
Don't cry.
No crying
Don't
is allowed in
cry.
this podcast. We are crying in the 5th podcast. Podcast number 5. Watch out for the cry session.
Podcast number 5 from now.
It will literally be scheduled. We're scheduling a cry session for Lazy.
Are we scheduling our breakdowns now?
Exactly. We're going to all have a breakdown in the 5th episode before Lazy leaves.
Specifically the last 12 minutes of it.
Exactly. It'll just be us crying, and people will probably leave or they'll laugh. I don't know, but
Lazy, what are we gonna do without you?
I mean, on the bright side, I won't be bullied anymore, so.
I hope every single one of those girls who go with you bully you. I hope every single one of them. I hope one of them is named Ashley, and I hope she's really stuck up and annoying. And I hope she's like, oh my god, Stephanie, like, you're so weird.
first of all, she needs to be blonde. She needs to be a blonde girl whose name is
I
Ashley,
know.
who has rich parents.
And then she's gonna be like, oh my god, Stephanie, you watch a show about, like, a miraculous ladybug? That's so cringe. Like, the Lord is actually looking down upon you right now.
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
Well, I for one hope that Wise Kid is the only one that ever bullies me. Because I actually love Wise Kid's bullying. It has a special place in my heart. Yeah, no, okay, let's not get weird here. I just really appreciate Wise Kid's bullying in a weird way. It's hard to explain. I've grown fond of it. No, that's weird.
Okay, disclaimer for the listeners: you may need to have your head examined after this. It's not okay to be bullied. This is a very special situation.
Okay.
This is a very special
Yes.
bond between Lazy and Wise Kid only. If you have
Yeah.
a bully at school, get help.
I know.
Yeah, let's clarify. Why kids bullying is
Imagine
always out of
someone's
love.
friend.
It's affectionate.
Someone's
It's an
friend.
affectionate
Someone's
bully.
friend is like, "Listen, you're being bullied. You need to go tell the principal." And it's like, "No, I kind of like that bullying. I kind of like it. I'm gonna miss it." And they're talking to the principal, and they're like, "How are you feeling? I know it must have been terrible being bullied." It's like, I kind of like it. I kind of like their bullying.
Yeah. Hold still. I'm gonna make a call. Hold still.
But
It's Stockholm syndrome, isn't it?
Essentially.
Stockholm syndrome.
I guess.
Wise Kid, I know that like all of us like really love each other as friends, and we're just so close that I know that Wise Kid is always joking, and it's kind of funny at this point. Like at first, I was like, "Wise Kid, are you being mean to me?" And now I'm just like, "Oh, that's our relationship." So
that's just us. That's
yeah, it's just us.
But like,
Besties for life.
Lazy, I'm gonna miss the times like. All right, no, okay. I'm gonna wait till you leave to say all that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
But-
bully me a little bit longer.
During these last 5 podcasts, what is our goal? We need to make sure we have as much fun as we can. We are going to last 5 podcasts with you. We are going to make sure that we Oh hi. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna do the writing a song podcast.
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna do that one challenge. We have so many fun ideas that we're gonna do. Okay.
Can I sing?
I want to sing too.
I know, I love
Of course,
singing.
we're all gonna sing. And I'm gonna use my deep voice.
Guys, you can sing deep now.
But yeah, and who are we gonna? Oh, we shouldn't reveal that to them yet. But unfortunately, I guess we'll only need to have a substitute Lazy
Who can replace me?
for the
What?
year.
Ooh. We should do a draw.
I know.
Just pick a random person out of a hat.
No, we do an election.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That's so
You know
fun.
what? Yes.
Choose your next
Hold-
bestie.
We should hold an election.
Kaya,
Oh my
do you want to
gosh.
be one of the candidates?
It would be kind of biased since I'm literally sitting in here, like right now.
But do you
so
want
if you
to
do choose,
be one of the
I
candidates?
mean, maybe.
This is Kaya right now, April 30th, 2022, announcing her candidateship for Lazy's place. Honestly, we are gonna love all of the people who like who sign up to take Lazy's place, okay? But like it's not our choice. It's gonna be the bestie server choice, okay?
Mhm.
And I think another candidate that we might have would be, I don't know, I think Hayes,
Trying to think. Yes.
Luna.
But then
Luna.
I'm trying to think of who else. I think Flower's busy.
Yeah.
She would
Yeah.
be a good choice.
But we'll see. But like I'm gonna be but no matter what candidate wins, the other candidates will obviously be in podcasts. So that's a good thing.
And you guys
Exactly,
have
like,
to
we
talk
still-
about me while I'm gone.
We
Okay?
will. We'll say
Don't forget about me. I'll watch you guys get a new member and you're like, wow, she's actually way better than Lazy.
I know, like, what were we thinking? Like, exactly how Griffin was talking about a few minutes ago. It's like, where you're, like, regretting, and you're, like, you know, you're
Oh my God,
telling
no.
yourself off, and it's like, what? Why, like, you know, like, scolding yourself, like, why did we even do it with Lazy? Like, we could have done it with so many other,
Exactly.
like, but no, Lazy, you're, like, we're never gonna change the podcast picture, though, because
Oh.
Exactly.
Lazy,
Yeah.
And when you get back, you will definitely have your spot back.
yeah.
If this is a temporary thing.
Aw.
It was built with you. It's gonna stay. With
I mean,
you.
unless we,
Exactly.
we all drifted apart and I died. But like,
No!
um,
No!
why
Avoid that.
never?
Stop saying that.
Lazy, you'll still be able to talk to us though, right? from time to time?
Through Facebook.
Not 100% sure. We'll see.
Okay.
Facebook.
Well, it's
I
okay. If
don't
Ashley says
know
don't,
everything that's gonna
say,
happen.
I don't care about your opinion.
What?
If-
Wait, who am I saying this
If
to?
Ashley says no, say,
Oh.
I don't care about your opinion. I want to text the Miraculous Besties. Who's with me, girls?
Why would Ashley stop me from texting you guys?
Because she's just salty like that. She's jealous of you.
Oh.
She's your antagonist.
Okay.
Yeah. But you guys, we have 5 podcasts left with Lazy. Let's make it all worth it. And also, it might be less or more than 5. We'll see whatever happens. But,
Yeah.
Griffin, now you can take the baton and say some things before we end this podcast.
Okay. Oh wow, I don't know what to say. This is the first.
I just think, like, Griffin just doesn't really care about Lazy, which, to be honest, I don't either. I just want to... Like...
Not true whatsoever. I'm gonna miss Lazy so much. When that big podcast comes around, I'm gonna have tissues. I'm gonna have chocolate. I'm gonna be just depressed that day.
Oh my gosh.
We'll be depressed together.
But guys,
Together.
I'm gonna be becoming a better person while I'm away. So don't
We
worry.
know.
It's-
We know. We're so happy.
I know it's very sad, but at least we know that it's a very good thing for me.
Oh, does that mean you're gonna be boring when you come back?
I will
my
never be
gosh.
boring. Never.
Mike, that's not the Lazy we know. Lazy would never be
Exactly.
boring.
What happened?
Boring is against my rules.
Exactly.
But yeah. Kaya, thank you for being our therapist today.
Yes, thank
Um,
you. You did such a good job.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks.
Yeah,
This was
thank
very
you
casual.
so much.
This was very casual, and I honestly did a lot better than I thought I was going to do. Like,
I think you did great.
You,
Right, you killed it.
You? No.
I just hope
will
I was
never
able
kill.
to. That's honestly up for subjection. But anyway, I hope I was able to help you guys, like, seriously though, like, get some clarity on some things or whatever.
You definitely did. Thank you. And thank you for, like, bringing in your own experiences, too. Like, because it really did make me feel like I wasn't alone.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'm
one-
glad I was able to help you guys.
One last
What
thing before we
happened?
click off. Guys, Season 5, episode 27 actually isn't an episode. It's not, like, Action isn't like an actual, it's not the real season finale. Action is basically just a plastic special. Like, it's gonna be a Miraculous episode where they, teach you not to waste plastic. So, Action is not, like, the real season finale. The real season finale is episode
Yeah.
26, okay?
You know what? I won't even discuss how incredibly pissed off I was, like, on principle. Because it's like the way they had it situated in the episodes, it literally looks like another episode. Like, why even put it there?
Wait,
know,
I'm
imagine-
confused. What's going on?
So, you know the last episode, you know how season 5 is supposed to have 27 episodes, and the last one is called Action? And I
Yeah.
wrote that
It's
the
fake.
Miraculous.
Yeah.
It's not. So basically,
What?
it's actually, well, it's not fake, but it's like, it's a plastic special, it's just a special, like, where, they go to the biggest plastic manufacturer in the world, and tell them to stop wasting plastic.
Why did that need to be included in the lineup?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
And why
That's
in the
I
end,
was so
that
angry.
scared people. They were like, why is Chloe at the end? Like, why is the Queen be at like, why is the Be Miraculous at the end?
Like,
If they go through another Chloe redemption arc or another Chloe, if this is
In
a
the
repeat of
plastic
Miracle's
special.
so basically that episode's not canon to the show.
Kind of.
So
I
then,
mean, in the synopsis,
why?
it does say that, like, Hawkmoth's new name, like, Monarch. So, like,
Okay, but that's still such a lame name. Can we talk about that? His name is real lame, I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
But
You know what?
everybody was saying, "Oh, I think it's kind of cool." I'm like, "Okay, look,
No!
I think it's okay.
it works, but it's like, come on, how much
It
effort
works,
did
but
you
it's
have
so
to think about-
predictable.
I mean, I
That's
like
not
it better than
exactly-
Shadow Moth. I like it
I
better
do
than
too.
Shadow Moth.
I'd rather
me
call
too.
him Monarch than Shadow Moth, but I'm not gonna call him Monarch. I'm gonna be just saying Hawkmoth for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
What?
I'm
I
gonna
want to
say
call him
Hawkmoth.
Monarch.
No,
Like, I don't understand why they
even-
needed to change his whole name. Like, I don't.
I don't even respect him enough to keep up with his name changes.
Right,
Imagine
like, just call him
Natalie's like,
Hawkmoth.
sir, what is the first thing we'll do now they have all the Miraculous? I'm changing my name. Monarch.
Yeah, exactly. And then she's simping for him, and Like, I think that's a perfect name.
Oh my god, that is such a hot name, Gabe. I love you so much more than I ever did before.
Like, no, we're not doing that. We just always call him Hawk.
Oh my god.
That was how it would ever be.
You know what? This whole thing just became hella disgusting.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm still waiting. I had such high expectations. Let me explain. Like, I thought his name was going to be based off of what Wise Kid said, actually. And I thought his name was going to be Miracle Moth because he has all the miraculous.
That would have been a decent
You know
name.
what?
I liked it.
And I would have understood it too, because like in Miracle Queen, that's what she was called. Miracle Queen, she had all the miraculous. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have fit.
yeah.
Ugh.
Monarch.
But Monarch, like, I understand the purpose
So-
of it though, because it's like,
Yeah, I get the purpose. It fits. It
Right,
works.
it fits.
But, like, it's just so
But does
freaking
it?
predictable. It's just so freaking predictable. It's like, come on, how much effort did they have to put into like, oh, we'll just call him Monarch? Like, this was a 30-second decision. That's all I'm saying.
right.
I know.
Like, I understand the purpose of it, but if you think more into the name, it doesn't make sense. Because, first of all, Monarch is a specific butterfly. The Monarch butterfly.
True.
His isn't even butterflies, they're moths.
I know.
Exactly.
They're not butterflies, they're
His name
moths.
should-
They're in the butterfly family, but they're moths.
His name should have been Turtle, Dragon, Bunny, Moose, Reindeer, Moth. Like,
Right. And then also, like, Monarch itself is supposed to be, like, representing, like, a high rank. Like, it's supposed to be, like, oh, yeah, look at that. But the thing is, we know the synopsis for most of the episodes is going to be them slowly getting back every single Miraculous.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lose his power the more it's going down throughout the season. So I don't understand how they
Exactly,
call
so-
him Monarch when he
What
has
to
no
call-
power.
You
no,
know
no.
what? Actually,
Imagine
that works
he
because
gets a name change.
Because listen, slowly and slowly he will become the biggest clown, and by the time the finale rolls around, like his mental state, because these kids have slowly gotten back the miraculous. So actually, I feel better now.
No, imagine if he changes his name every episode. He's
Then
just Monarch in the
I'm-
first one. In the second one, he's like Miracle Moth. In the third one, yeah.
Yeah. That's
That was
going
such
to
a
be
delayed
interesting to
reaction.
see.
Your laugh was so delayed, and I thought everyone just like stopped like saying something, and I was like, "Oh, you guys."
Well,
don't
I
like
was
what
waiting
said."
for you to.
My brain
I was
is
waiting for you to
processing.
come up with the.
Okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to come up
Third
with
one.
another thing, but then you just said yeah, and I was like, what?
I'm
Oh,
excited for season 5. I can't wait. Like, it's supposed to be
For
coming out
5,
this summer.
I have high hopes, but
I really do. I feel like I know better, but season 4 finale was such a banger. Like, I can't help myself. My expectations.
Right, like,
are through the roof.
if they mess up on season 5 after the high hopes they gave us in the season 4 finale, I'm gonna riot. I'm genuinely
Exactly.
riot. You
Yeah,
know my
it'll be-
simple man. You know my simple man rant is gonna be that times 10. I'm genuinely going to yell at
You
them.
know what? I know. You were so pissed off at Simple Man. It was actually.
I'm so pissed off with Simple Man.
It was-
Because the thing is that specific episode was like around entertainment. The like
Exactly.
influences of entertainment and like why are we making things harder than it should be? That is a great message to send to kids, especially to me who overthinks
Exactly.
everything.
And Griffin
to kids
would
who have
not-
anxiety, who
Griffin
overthinks.
would not have been saying as much as he did if Thomas didn't go on Twitter and specifically defend Simple Man.
Exactly.
Great.
He went on there. He literally went out of his way. I think he knew that it was probably going to piss a lot of people off, and so that's why he immediately went to Twitter to start defending his work. But it's like, come on, like
If you had to defend your work, you didn't get your point across. Simple as that. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You didn't get your point across.
Exactly.
A
But
prop?
honestly, after watching the disaster that was Pedal Team, I couldn't even be pissed at Simple Man anymore.
You're right. You're right.
Because after Pedal Team,
Yeah.
I was just so disgusted. I'm
I
like,
wish we got more time with each of the new miraculous holders.
Exactly. It's like, okay, first of all, you shoved all the miraculous like in the end of the season.
Right, where were they in the beginning?
But yeah,
I can't
In the
see
beginning?
the season 2 format.
I guess, yeah, I guess that concludes the podcast, though. So thank you all so much for listening. We got to put some miraculous at the end.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your days. It's me, Wise Kid. I'm Wise Kid, and this is a new beginning for us. It's like we're gonna have maximum 5 more podcasts with Lazy. So,
who has left at this point?
until next year, which I guess that means Lazy might be back for the. Sorry, no.
No. Like she literally left the call.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, I just realized we're alone though. I didn't realize that.
Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great rest of your days, nights, evenings.
Bye guys. Remember, take care of yourself. Look out for your mental health.
Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye.